On my radio podcast. This is the Deborah, the Judge radio podcast, all the way from Putnam County, Florida. Yes, Putnam County, Florida, in the northern central section of Florida. Got something on my phone. It has been a very, very tiresome day for me today. There's been so much stuff going on that and I'm not talking about with the Israel stuff, okay? But I'm just talking about in general. In general, there's been so much stuff going on today. For those who are new to this podcast, please understand that this is an opinionated podcast. I talk about daily topics, and I will give you my take on it of what I think is really going to happen. But these are my personal opinions, okay? And like you, everybody got a personal opinion. Nothing different, nothing strange. So I wanted to come on and talk about a couple of things today. As I've said, today is a very draining day for me. I have this demolished trailer that I purchased last year, and I have been doing all of the fix up in it. And so today the guy came by to remove stumps of trees that I actually cut down myself. There were a total of 46 trees that were cut on this property, and I did the majority of them. Yes, me, little old me. Okay, got me a saw and equipment, and I had just been sawing away at cutting these trees down. But anyway, let's just get right to it. So the other day when I came on, I said, this is 2 days ago when I first heard the news that that the Palestinians who were in the Gaza area basically were going across to the Israel side, and they were basically kidnapping people, killing people, and this kind of thing, as well as they had sent off over 5,000 rockets to the Israeli areas and even hit the capital, Tel Aviv, in Israel. Okay. And I've been there before. As I told you before, I've been to Israel twice in my life. I love that place. I'm just telling you, it's like stepping into the Bible. If you ever get a chance to go, go. Okay. Not right now, though. I'm just saying, not right now. Okay. But so let me talk about that. As I begin to think about all of the stuff that's really going on, it's always a reason for everything that happens. And we know that a lot of this is biblical when it comes to the Palestinians, because the Palestinians feel that the Israel land belongs to them because they were there before the Jewish people decided to show up. And America, of course, in 1948, made it official that that was the land for the Israelis, for the Jewish people. And the Palestinian people were not very happy about it because they had been occupying this land for a long, long time. And anytime that people start talking about the Jewish people, there's such a huge uproar because everyone feels that because they're Jewish, that they're supposed to be the chosen people, that these are the people that God ordained, and we can go on and on. But please understand, you got to do research because there's a difference between Jewish people and the Israelite and Hebrews are the descendants of Noah. But you have to do that research for yourself. It's just too much energy for me to come on to try to explain to you when I've already explained this a number of times. So they're in this area, and what they've done after they took over the area is that they decided to give the Palestinians, break them off a little land, okay, called the Gaza Strip. So they gave them some little bitty strip of land called the Gaza Strip, and that's over, close to the waterway. And a lot of people don't know, but the Palestinians that live in the Gaza Strip, a lot of them work in Israel. They go across the border. It's just like Mexico, okay? You got Mexicans that come across the United States southern border, and they work every day, and then they go back home. Well, this is the same thing that has happened in Gaza going over to Israel. And the people that live in the Gaza area, the Palestinians, are actually treated worse than the blacks were treated in America around 1960 and 1950s. So this is how the Palestinian people have been treated and are treated over in the Israel area. Now we know that every president that has ever had over the last 50 years have supported Israel. Because what the Bible says that those that support Israel are supporting, you'll be blessed. Basically, if you support Israel, you cover Israel, you will be a blessed person. Okay, so that's why, biblically speaking, a lot of Christians in this particular country are very upset the fact that they came in the cover of night like a thief in the night. Y'all know that, like a thief in the night, and rocket and bomb all these damn places. But what questions me more than anything is this: Israel is supposed to have this very high-tech system that's supposed to detect bombs and things of that nature. Is it because they sent over 5,000 rockets that they just couldn't handle all of that and wasn't able to capture and to be able to move on that because it was happening so fast? They had people from Gaza that were parachuting into Israel. They were parachuting and parasailing into Israel. They were cutting the fence at different locations. And see, this is a different type of war, because normally when you deal with the Palestinians, they usually don't have all of these great weaponries. But they had a lot of weaponry and what we call computerized weaponry, up-to-date weaponry, something that, where did they get this from? Okay, so a lot of people suspect that $6 billion is allocated to Iran, which is a supporter of the Palestinians in Gaza. So they're thinking that maybe this money actually was used by the Iranians to give them weaponry. Now, the problem with that, and this is something that could have been happening, but the problem with that particular theory is that they have not received that $6 billion from America yet. But it doesn't mean that they could have used some other money that they had to get these weapons to the Gaza Palestinians. It doesn't mean that. But they haven't received that money from the United States as of yet. Now, isn't it funny how Ukraine is a place where Americans are divided on continually to support Ukraine? So a lot of people are no longer supporting Ukraine. Ukraine is now, it's like one bites the dust. We don't want to be there. Most of the conservatives basically are saying, no, let's get out of there. That's not our business, et cetera, et cetera. But isn't it funny how now that there's an issue with Israel, that the Republicans and the Democrats both have jumped together as a unity, as one? So my thought process is that, was this allowed? Was this incident allowed to happen so that the United States would join forces to continue what? To continue to support Ukraine. Because remember, Russia and Iran is in the bed with Palestinians who are in the Gaza Strip. See, there's a connection between the three. So you have Russia supporting Iran, who is supporting the Palestinians in Gaza. So United States was supporting Ukraine going against Russia. So isn't it funny now how all of a sudden everybody is gung-ho about helping the Jewish people over in Israel? Now, what does it mean for America? America is going to be in, I would say, some pretty big decisions to be made, because the economy is going to be affected. Our economy is going to be affected. And you probably say, why? Guess what? It's the oil. You probably say, well, how in the hell is the oil going to be? How is this war affecting the oil? This is Israel and Gaza. They ain't got nothing to do with the oil. But yes, it does. Because if Israel is thinking that Iran is supporting Gaza, then right down in the what they call the Strait of Hormuz, and that is the waterway which delivers the oil, 20% of the oil that we get. That's the delivery entrance of how we get our oil. So if we don't get any oil in America, because we're not making our own. See, Trump said we need to make our own oil and shit, right? But no, you don't want to do that. Okay, but anyway, so that means that our oil prices are going to go up. Now it's already $7 and $8 in some areas. Y'all don't believe it, but it is. So and those people paying $3.50 and $3.75, your shit is getting ready to go up. Okay, but so the oil prices will be affected. And usually when the oil prices are affected, that means that it trickles down to other things when the oil prices are affected in America. It trickles down to the truckers, to transportation. It trickles down to food going here and there. It's a big, serious problem when that happens. But this war is going to be attached to the oil from Iran and how we get our oil. So now we're stuck in a situation where we got to support Ukraine, which, like I said, we were getting ready to pull out of that shit because people were complaining. But now we got to support Ukraine. And as I told you before, even before everybody started reporting all this stuff, I said at the end of the day, the Democrats and the Republicans are going to have to come together. They don't come together for anything else but this. Now, there are only about 4 or 5 people who are Democrats who are not agreeing with that. Now, y'all know about the Special Four, okay? AOC and a couple of other ones. These are actually people who are Islamic, who are Muslims, okay? So, of course, they don't agree with the fact that Israel is getting ready to send 300,000 of their military into the Gaza Strip. Okay, they declared war. As I told you before, this is a real war. It's not like the Ukraine bullshit. This Israel war is a real war. So yes, they're getting ready to send 300,000 of their troops in Gaza. And what does that mean? That means they're going to sweep that area. They're going to sweep that motherfucking area. And they're going to be going to all them tunnels and the hideouts. And they're going to sweep that sucker out. So if you think people are dead, so we got over 11 or 1,200 Israelis now that have died because of these bombings. So you think that Israel is not going to go in there and stomp these people? Oh, it's on. It's truly on now. And all around the United States in liberal cities like New York, the Palestinians are parading around with their flags and hell to Gaza, down with the Jews, etc., etc. Okay, this is what they hailing around New York right now, Chicago, California. All these people supporting Black Lives Matter. Okay, they're supporting this bullshit too. Now I know y'all gonna get mad because I said Black Lives Matter supporting the Islamic State. I know it, but I don't give a fuck. You know me, I don't give a fuck about what y'all say, okay? So they're supporting this bullshit too. Not knowing that America, in its own sense of being stretched, we are everywhere right now. So America has called upon Egypt and a couple of other what we call NATO unions. Hey, let's talk about this shit. But then the NATO people like Saudi Arabia and some other countries said, we don't want to have nothing, Lebanon, we don't want to have nothing to do with it. Wait a minute. So you're supposed to be an ally of somebody, but you're saying you don't want to have nothing to do with it. Make it make sense now. Make it make sense. So yes, they're in the streets, and when I say that these Palestinians that are here, the Islamic State is here in America, they got sales everywhere. They've been coming for decades and implanting themselves here in America. So when you see that airplane flying around hitting the Twin Towers, guess what? That shit was just the beginning. What you're going to see, because after they go in Gaza and they destroy Gaza, you're going to see more shit happen here in the United States. That's what you're going to see. So all I'm telling you is just be alert of what you have to do every day. I know everybody's in prayer. I get that. But still be alert. There's nothing wrong with being alert and understanding, okay, and understanding what we're about to encounter. See, this is some shit that we haven't seen before. And if you're under 45 years old, you've never really been witness to any war. You've never been witness to a war, so you don't even know what that means. So this is going to be new for you. It's going to seem unreal for you. So if you think American lockdowns were bad because of COVID, when these super cells and shit start rising and start doing fucking damage, because they know where all our military bases are, they know where all our nuclear plants are, they know where all the electrical grids are, they know where all our water supply is, they know all of this stuff. Hey, Maurice, don't forget to shout out to Maurice Delk on YouTube. Y'all follow Maurice Delk. Okay, they know where everything is in this country. And they come down on this country, it's not going to be just the Capitol or the White House. No, it's going to be all those areas that are vulnerable to the American people. And yet you still got Americans saying, things like, down with America. Let me tell you something. If you have a house, you got to take care of your house first before you go out and start taking care of everybody else's household. Take care of your home first. And once you do that, then you can take care of everybody else. We got enough shit going on with the immigrants. And now we're going to have what? More immigrants coming through. Because if they start doing that Gaza Strip, only thing that those Palestinians are going to do, they're going to escape and go to the next the next state, north or south. And then eventually they're going to get transportation. Because you ask they got money. They're going to get certain people out of Gaza. They're going to get them into Mexico. And then they're going to come through the southern border. Or they're going to come through Canada, because ain't nobody watching Canada. They act like Canada don't exist. They got a lot of people, and they're not talking about this. They got a lot of people who are coming through Canada. They're breaking the borders in Canada and coming through. But you don't hear nothing about that. You only hear about the southern border. Because why? Because they want to detour us from knowing the real deal of what's really going on. And that is the take over America so that we can be a part of the one world order and shut the hell up. See, it's nothing but a distraction that you see right now. And yes, Israel know the prime minister, he knew this shit. Guess what? The Israel people were getting ready to be divided. They was having a lot of shit going on, just like in America, where you have the right and you got the left. Where Israel was having the same sort of issues over there. And they wanted to get rid of the prime minister because they felt he was leaning too far right. Because Israel was becoming more, liberal, more democratic. And they don't want him there. United States want him there, but they did not want him there. So was this a ploy to distract the people from Israel from rising up against the prime minister to get rid of his ass? So there's a lot of things in question that we just don't have the answers to. You got to start making the check off list and dotting the I's and cross the T's, because there's always more going on than we think that's going on. Now, as I told you before, and a lot of people get mad when I say that, but I've been to Israel twice in the flesh and have talked to the people in Israel, have talked to the people on the Gaza Strip. I've been on the Gaza Strip, okay, where motherfuckers and shit got rifles and shit. You go to Israel, them police be walking around with motherfucking machine guns and shit on the street. I went to a mall and they was walking around with machine guns, and you can hear fucking air raids and shit. This is a regular day. You hear air raid. I freaked me the fuck out. And I thought about that. I was like, well, fucking hell. I'm in the Holy Land. So if I die, fuck it. I'm in a good place to die. That's all I'm saying. Okay. But this is what you see all the time. So we know this is a biblical thing that's happening. It's got to come to pass. But we as American people, we're really being distracted. Because at the end of the day, we don't control none of this shit. You think you control some shit? You don't control shit. You can't even control your job. Now, true story. The people that live next door to me, okay, it's a white couple. They old like me, okay? They in their late 60s, early 70s. The lady comes to me on yesterday and says that her stepdaughter who lived with them is missing. This bitch is missing, okay, named Rachel. Okay, now I would see Rachel come out on the back every now and then when I was out, in my garden. She would smoke a little cigarette. Looked like she was in her 40s. She would smoke a little cigarette. That's all she would say. She would never say nothing to me, but I'd wave at her, and but she wouldn't really have nothing to say. She'd smoke a cigarette. She'd go back in the house. Okay. But the mom who was her ex-mom, because that's her real father, that the mom, the lady lives next door, is married to Rachel's father. Okay, but so that's not her daughter, that's her stepdaughter. But the stepdaughter lives with them. And if you think you got problems, okay, this woman had 9 kids and don't have custody of one of them because she had some mental issues and shit. Okay. But at the bottom line now, she worked at McDonald's. Okay. But the stepmom that living there said she was just tired of taking care of because they didn't got old and shit, and she don't help around the house. You got a 40-something-year-old woman that don't want to fucking help around the house. What kind of bullshit is that? But see, these young people, they just entitled. They just entitled to shit. So she said she was getting on the case. Said, you got to get up and you got to help around here and do some stuff, right? You just go to work and come home and eat shit and go in your room and that's it. No, you got to do other stuff. So finally, this girl said she had a place. She's getting her a place to stay. So the stepmom was kind of happy the fact that she's getting her a place, etc. But she was telling her you need to start making more money so you can take care of yourself. But if a grown ass person is living with you and got a room in your home and ain't paying but $200 a fucking month, and they get to keep all the rest of their money, they ain't gonna be in no hurry to leave. Why would they? They ain't got no responsibilities. They ain't got to worry about paying no rent, no light bill, no electric bill, none of that shit. Worry about no house repairs, none of that shit. So why would they be in a hurry to leave? Okay. But anyway, yesterday she told me that her stepdaughter was missing. And so the police and stuff, they put out a missing report for her. And they went to the hospital and they found out that she was in a mental hospital for like 24 hours. They have to keep you for like observation, whatever. And then they let her go. But the job say that she hadn't been at work for 5 days. And this is unlike her because she loved her McDonald's job, right? Ooh, Lord have mercy. But anyway, she loved that McDonald's job. But she had been missing for fucking 4 days. After she got out the hospital, they found her car and it was unlocked, but they didn't find her. So she got her purse and everything with her, And so today, she saw me. She couldn't wait to say something because she wanted to tell me what's going on, And she said that, the only thing that she said was this. Well, she can't come back here because I can't take care of her. I'm saying to myself, the bitch might be dead. It seemed to me you should be worried about if bitch is living or dead versus she can't come back here because I can't take care of her. That's what my thought would be. Even if I didn't like the hoe. You know what I'm saying? Even if I didn't like or didn't want her to stay with me, I would still be concerned about is she okay? So that's my thought process. Because the girl ain't wrapped too tight as far as I'm concerned. She know she got a little issues, you know what I'm saying? But she ain't harming nobody. That's why they have to let her go at the hospital. Because if you go in the hospital, she got in some kind of altercation somewhere, they say, and they took her to the hospital, but they couldn't keep her. Because see, they can't keep you in the hospital if you are not a danger to yourself or dangerous to others. So don't let nobody fool you and say they're going to put you in a psych ward No, you have to be a danger to somebody else or a danger to yourself. Now, I was a mental health nurse for over 20 something years experience, so I know that. When you people talking about 1013 and 1014, voluntary and involuntary mandatory stay at the hospital. So they had to let her go. But nobody has seen this woman since, so they got her as missing. But it seems like to me, like I say, the stepmom is more concerned about her coming back there, and the bitch been missing. And this is what I told her. I said, well, it seems to me that by her been missing, it might be some more serious shit going on in her life. Maybe the fact that she was having to get out on her own caused her so much stress. And y'all probably say, hey, she gonna sink or swim. But a lot of people can't handle the real world and the real society. They can't handle it because society now gives what? Gives a medal to everybody. Just be a participant, you get a damn medal. You get a medal, you get a medal. It doesn't matter if you worked hard to get that medal. It don't matter. Everybody get a medal. See, that ain't no but some bullshit. So when people grow up with that mentality, everybody's supposed to get everything, they have a warped sense of the real world. So you guys, like I said, I am just really thinking about her, and I hope she's okay. But I'm gonna be honest with you, this don't sound good to me. Between me and you, I think they're gonna find the bitch dead somewhere. It's just my thought, period. Because after 5 days, the bitch should have showed up somewhere. The places she was going to move at, ain't nobody seen her. She ain't called nobody, nothing. Ain't nobody, no whereabouts. Something, this ain't right. And I hope because like I said, because she's not really worldly, so she ain't no slick chick. You know what I'm saying? So I hope she ain't talked to somebody and they maneuvered and psyched her into doing some shit or going somewhere, and she thinking that, this person is okay and ain't gonna hurt me, See, that's fucked up. But anyway, I'm gonna keep y'all posted on that. But anyway, getting back to this bullshit with Israel, yes, 300,000 troops are getting ready to seize Gaza and the Palestinians over there, the Islamic State. Now, see, the biggest issue of all this shit, why in the world will Israel think that you're going to take the land from the Palestinians, you're going to give them a little bitty land, a little strip of land, and tell them y'all stay over here, but y'all can come over here and work, and then carry y'all ass back over there. Why did they think that shit was going to work? See, this is the thing. Your enemy is your enemy. You cannot fucking be friends with your enemy. Just like the Republicans and the Democrats. You can't be friends with fucking liberals if you're a Republican because their ideology is totally different. You can't trust these motherfuckers. You can't trust them because they believe everything opposite of what you believe. Definitely can't live in the same house. It's hard even living in the same city with them. So what's the answer? Well, Nancy Pelosi said it right. You heard what she said. She said, we got to reprogram the people that support Trump. Isn't that the shit they did in the concentration camps? Where they try to reprogram they try to reprogram the Jews? Isn't that what they did? But this is their thought process. And how she say some shit like that ain't going to get away with it. We need to reprogram. If you a MAGA supporter, we're going to reprogram you. That means detain you and put you in confinement and let you go through some electrical shock treatment shit, medication management, so you will no longer support Donald J. Trump. What kind of bullshit is that? So when she said something like that outwardly, really? It really makes you think about what's really going on. It really makes you think about really going on. I think her days are numbered, and I'm not wishing anything bad on anybody. But at the same time, like I said, Republicans and Democrats, there's two different. The people are different. Now, the head people, they probably got the same agenda, and that's money, money, make more money. That's what they about. Money, money, make more money. All the Feinsteins, even the Republicans that's head states and shit, guess what? They made a lot of money off of pharmaceutical companies and all these corporations that made all this money because they're the ones that pass these bills that allocate money to corporations. But they get the information first, so they start doing their investments in these companies that they know that they've already passed the bill to give these companies money. So they buy stocks and this shit. And that's how they become multimillionaires in just a couple of years. When they was poor as fuck before they got to office, most of them. But anyway, I ain't gonna talk too longer. I do want to hit a little bit of hood news, okay? Hood news. I gotta talk some hood shit. Okay, so there's this white guy, right? And he's on YouTube, poor white guy. He decided to get his own little business and shit, right? So in order to promote his business, he wanted to go around cut people's grass. So he seen a place where the grass and shit was all fucked up high and shit. So he went in to do it. It was free. Cut that shit up or whatever. The homeowner evidently found out that he was over there, and the homeowner is trying to sue him because he cut the grass and shit and made the place look presentable. Now he want to sue him and put in a cease and desist order. See, this is what I'm saying. I know it was his personal property, but you're making the fucking neighborhood look bad with all that damn grass up to your knees and shit. People scared to walk past. And the fact that somebody did this shit for free, to me, you should have been thankful. But that's just me, you know. And once they see me and they say, oh, okay, go ahead and finish the stop, then I would, okay? But there was more to this fucking story. But he was able to still finish. But like I said, you have to be careful what you do for people because some people are just ungrateful motherfuckers. I don't care what you do for a person. Some people just fucking ungrateful. And they see you doing well and be smiling like they're happy. Guess what? They're not happy for you. They're just there because they want to see when you fall. Okay, these are the people that's outside the circle, step in the circle every now and then. They just want to see, they just want to be there when you fall. See, as long as, this is the thing about competition in life. When people see you up under them, they'll help you. They'll try to help you to get whatever. But when they see that you reaching a point where you almost getting over them, all gloves is off now. Now they tight-lipped. They don't want to give you no information. They don't want to be helpful. They don't want to do shit. But what they don't realize is this. If you've been a good person to them and they're any kind of good person, when they elevate themselves, guess what? They're going to help you elevate yourself. That's how this shit works. Kindness will always begot kindness because what goes around come around. That's how this shit works. That's how nature works. Okay? And the other thing, you know, when it comes to hood news, I don't care about Jeannie Mall and Tamar Braxton, how they trying to get back at their husbands because their husbands dumped their ass. I could give a shit. It's more stuff that's going on, like the price of food. I went to the grocery store a mile and a half from here to get me some damn ground beef. A pound of fucking ground beef is fucking $11. Let me just say that again. A pound of ground beef, a fucking pound, is a fucking $11. Ain't that a bitch? So I'm tired of oodles and noodles and shit. Because that shit ain't no good for you either. You don't know it or not. But that oodles and noodles, it might taste good. And they $3-4 little packets and shit. That shit is fucked up. If you ever looked at the package of what's in that little chicken sodium packet, it's about 40 fucking, not 40, it's about 30 something different ingredients in that shit. You have to just really be careful what you're eating right now. Fake ass chicken that's already been approved for these restaurants. So you think you're getting some fucking chicken nuggets. No, you're getting lab grown meat, bitches. I'm not eating no chicken if it ain't on the bone. So don't give me no nuggets. I don't care if they is $1.99 and the sauce is delicious. Because the food, they make the nuggets delicious. They put the right seasoning in and shit. They be tasting good. Like I had a burger from Burger King. Okay, the nothing burger. or that burger that ain't the real meat. They had that shit was smoked up good, lettuce, tomatoes, and shit. Pop. Oh no, this motherfucking good. I like this. No burger, where the fucker it is, right? But that's the same shit that they're doing to us, and we don't know because what we're focused on bullshit. Anyway, let me get out of here, you guys. I just want to say, be cautious of what's going up with this. Oil is going up. Trust me when I tell you, it's going to go up because we don't make shit here in America. Everything that we get is from someplace else. So when that oil goes up, and it is going to go up because of the shit that's going on over there, but be cautious of what and who. Because I would hate for you motherfuckers to get on the train system and motherfuckers in there with bombs and shit. Because, see, the Palestinian people, they don't play. See, Americans play. Like that bullshit. They come out, it's a coup on January 6th. Ain't no motherfucking coup. Okay? The real coup is these motherfucking Palestinians and shit. Because they will strap up their kids with bombs and shit and send them in places to blow up shit. That's how serious they are. See, America, we ain't serious. We talk a good game. We ain't finna do shit. We gonna run to the basement and shit. Only a few. There's a few people gonna stand up, okay, regardless. That's why I'm living over here. I'm living around poor, militia, white people. I trust these motherfuckers. They diehard Trump supporters. When I know some shit going down, they gonna fight to the end. Believe that. Everybody got their gun, everybody got their weapons and shit. I just got my applied for my concealed weapon and shit. I let it expire when I was in Georgia. So I just re-upped it. And you don't even need it in Florida. You can carry a motherfucking gun in Florida. That's what I like about that shit. Somebody come on your property, pop, 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 pop. Who's there after they dead and gone? Pop, pop. So motherfuckers be knowing not to come over here. Because I look crazy. And that's how you do when you want to scare motherfucker. Just do some crazy shit around them. They're like, oh, she crazy. Somebody come over here and knock on the door. You know how they come over here. These motherfuckers, not Mormons. Who are these motherfuckers that keep walking? Not Seventh-day Adventists. It's another group that keep coming over and knocking on the door. So I answer the door. Hello? How you doing? Can I help you? You need something? I can't help you right now. I got stuff to do. What you want? Huh? Can I help you? What you do? I do that for about 5 minutes. They be looking like, this bitch is crazy. I ain't seen them since. But anyway, you guys take care. Live the life that you got. You got somebody that love you. Try to love them back. That's all I can tell you. Enjoy your little life, especially if you're young, because ain't no telling what's going on. This is a different day and a different time. Be blessed. One love.